Okay, yeah, hi. So today in this video we're going to see another Azure DevOps, video. So today in this video we're going to cover about the branching, so branching in Azure DevOps. Okay, how are we going to create a branch? And I'm going to show you from the starting that how to create a. We already created an organization. Okay, so if you're not followed with that, so we are going to create organization, and then we are going to create a project, and then we are going to create a branch, and we are going to see that how to clone the branch, and so how are we going to how are we going to merge that. Okay, so all these things, how to create a branch and how to switch between the branch, and these kind of things we are going to see today. Okay, now, okay, so if you see in this you've seen this video, right? So we already created one Azure DevOps project. Okay, now, so for a fresh one, we can just go and see, so there is another Azure DevOps project is there. Okay, so what we can also do is that I can also create a new organization. Okay, so it's getting sign up, and so I'm going to continue. Okay, so the this one will be cloud institution or branch or branching. Okay, so this is the organization which I'm going to create. Okay, so now I'm going to give this one PSQXQ 3SX6. Okay, I'm going to continue with this. Okay, it's still being created. Okay, so here the project name is going to be, okay, I'm going to create a new project. Okay, so project name is going to be cloud institution. Okay, branching. Okay, so this is the project. We're going to see about how are we going to create a branching over here. Okay, so now this is what it is. Create a project. All right, now it's getting created, right? So now we have created a project. Now we see the project. Go to the repos. So we'll be having only one repo, right? So we'll be having initiating the one repo. Okay, so now, so cloud computing branching is the repository. So this is the organization. So this is the organization. Okay, so this is the project. Inside the project, in the same project, we have created a one one repository. Okay, so what is repository? Repository is nothing but where you store your code. Okay, so this is the uh, unique unique for your particular branches. Okay, now we are going to also see that how to create a new repository. Okay, so we are going to see two things now today. Okay, so how to create a new repository, multiple repositories. Okay, so now I'm going to create. If you want to create a new repository, you can click on here. Okay, so click on here like this. So if you go for example, if you consider about the Git repository, right? So what we do in the Git repository? The Git repository, so once you log in, you can create a multiple repositories, right? You can create a, so the GitHub. If you go for GitHub, you can create a multiple repositories. Okay. So similarly, we can also create a new repository like this here. Okay. So this is the one repository. I'm creating a new repository like this. Okay. Repository name is going to be Cloud Institution. Okay, new repo. All right. So I'm going to create a new repository. Okay, so now I have two repositories. What we can do is we can switch between the repositories. Okay, so now I'm here. So new repository is a branching repository. Okay, so now I have got two repositories. All right. So now what we can do is I'm going to add some files. Okay, so I'm going to add some files over here, and we can also do like this. Okay, so the file name is going to be, okay, so test file. Okay, test file.tf, which means that Terraform file. Okay, I'm going to commit it. So you can add something here. Otherwise, if you don't want to add anything over here, okay, so it's kind of test, and I'm going to commit it. Okay, so this is kind of committing your code directly to your main branch. So how do we check the main branch? So here I'm just doing a test file over here. Okay, so I'm going switching to some different repository. Now I'm going to the new repository. The repository name is going to be new repo. So here we are going to see that, create a new file. So the file is going to be, okay, new, okay, new Terraform file, something like that, so terraform.tf. Okay, so now what we are going to do is that, so we are going to see, okay, I'm going to add, like, test file, and I'm going to commit it. Okay, so there is nothing specific, so which I'm doing on Terraform now. So now I'm doing like this, right? So now you know that, how to create a multiple repositories. This is one repository, this is another repository, and then in individual different repositories we have a different, code bases. Okay, so this is how you'll be switching between the repositories. Okay, for now what I'm going to do is that I'm going to, create a branch. I'm going to create a new branch in the new repository. Okay, let's consider about only new repository. Okay, now as you can see here, right, so there are different, in the under repositories we are going to see, so there are different files, commits, pushes, branches, and all these things are there. Okay, the pull request. So the pull request we can see in the next, the next session. So today we are going to see about, how the branches are working over here. Okay, now what we are going to do is that, so we're going to create we're going to branches. We click on branches. I want to go to the feature branch. I want to create a new feature branch. So new branch here. Okay, so the branch name is going to be feature, okay, slash, test branch. Okay, so this is my branch name. So this branch name, so this branch is being derived from this main branch. So what do you mean by this? For example, okay, okay, we have, okay, so we have one branch. Okay, this is the main branch. Okay, this is the main branch. Okay, so I'm going to create another branch that is called a feature branch. Okay, it's called a feature branch. This is called as a feature branch. Sorry. It's a feature branch. Okay, now the feature branch is going to be feature slash test branch. Okay, feature slash test branch. Okay, whatever we're going to do is that we are going to, connect these two. So this branch has been derived from this branch, right? So now what I'm going to do is that, I'm going to create a branch. It is the test branch. All right. So now what I'm going to do is that I'm going to repose again. Now I'm working on this branch. Okay, so how are we going to switch to some different branch? How to switch to some different branch? Okay, so go to the feature branch. If you want to switch to the new branch, we can go to the new branch. Okay, now here I'm going to add a new file here. Okay, new file. Okay, now the file name is going to be, okay, file from feature branch. Okay, .txt maybe, so I'm going to create a new file called txt. Okay, now I'm going to give, I'm giving some text file called text, text. Okay, okay, now it's kind of a test branch. Okay, so now if you go for a main branch, if you go for main branch, so you won't be seeing that test file, whatever we have created just now. Okay, so now if you go for a switch branch to the test branch, you'll be seeing kind of a, so the file from the feature branch.txt also you will be seeing. Okay, so now what you understand from this one is that, so how to create a new branches. You can creating a new branches now here. Okay, now you're creating a new branches, feature test branch is there. All right, now what we can do is, let's go and create another branch from the feature branch again. Okay, I'm going to create a new branch. Okay, so now I'm going to create a new branch. It's going to be feature branch with, okay, so new branch. Okay, new branch from feature. Okay, I'm going to create a new branch from the feature itself. Okay, so here you can see what I did. I'm going to create a new branch. Okay, I'm going to create the new branch. Okay, I'm going to create the new branch. Okay, but this branch has been derived from this branch itself. Okay, so this branch is being derived from this branch. Okay, this branch has been derived from this branch itself. Okay, so this branch name is going to be feature. Okay, so it's going to be feature. Uh, oh, I'm so sorry. I think something's happened. Okay, so this is going to be feature slash, you know. So again, the new branch, for example, you know. So I'm just naming it a new branch itself. New branch. Okay, from feature. Okay, so new branch from feature. Okay, so now we have like this. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is that, you know, so now if you can go inside this one. Okay, so oh sorry, I think we have taken from the main itself. Okay, so it's not been derived from the new branch actually. So I think I made some mistake. Okay, now we are going to see, now you see that, you know, so this branch has been derived from main branch itself. Okay, so I need to change this one. Okay, so now if you can see this one, and it's been derived from this branch. Okay, so derived from this branch. Okay, that's why we are going to have only one file. We are going to have only one file. Okay, now let's create another branch. Let's create another branch, you know, the new branch from the feature branch itself. Okay, the branch is going to be test, you know, test branch, you know, where it has a two files. Okay, I'm going to create a branch new 2, for example. I'm just giving like this. Okay, now branch new 2, if you see like this, now this branch 2 will be having a two files because it has been derived from this branch. Okay, derived from this particular branch. Okay, so now we can see that, you know, this is the new branch which we have taken. Okay, this is the new branch which we have derived from this particular branch. Okay, so this is how we'll be creating a multiple new branches. Okay, how are we going to, you know, so clone, how are we going to, you know, do this same branching strategies in the terminal? Okay, now I have a lot of different okay, I'm going to delete everything and I'm going to keep okay, only Azure DevOps. I'm inside Azure DevOps. Okay, so I'm inside Azure DevOps. What I'm going to do is that, you know, I'm going to clone this particular repository. Okay, how to clone this repository? So now, if you want to go to clone repository, we can just clone it. Okay, so we'll be cloning it like this. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is that I'm going to here. What I'm going to do is that I'm going to give git clone. Okay, so in the clone repository, I'm going to clone it. Okay, it's asking for password. As you can see here, it's asking for a password. Okay, so if you wanted to clone this particular repository asking for the password, you need to use something like, you know, pat token you have to use. Okay, you can go into this particular you know, the particular user settings. Okay, so click on user settings. Okay, so you can click on personal access token. You know, I'm going to use the personal access token from the this thing. So I'm also going to cover the same personal access token from the in the next class. Okay, so what I have to do is that I need to create a personal access token if you wanted to access the DevOps. Okay, Azure DevOps from your local. So now here's the personal access token. Okay, I'm going to create a new token. So that's going to be the password for me. Okay, new token is that new pat token. Okay, so it'll be it's valid for, you know, so the 90 days. I'm keeping for 90 days. I'm giving full access. Okay, so it is not recommended to give full access. You know, you can give read access, write access, and everything. Okay, but I am giving full access for now. Okay, just create full access and then close it. You know, so warning: make sure that you copy the above token for now. Okay, I'm just copying this one and I'm going to paste it over here, and then I'm going to enter it. Okay, now as soon as I that is going to be the password for this one. Okay, so now I'm going to enter it. Now as you can see here, if you give ls, okay, I'm going to cloud institution this repository, so there is a new Terraform, sorry, uh, new Terraform.tf file is there. Okay, so new Terraform.tf file, what we have created is the test file is there. Okay, now how to switch, okay, how to switch to some different repository, how to switch to the another repository, another branch now. Okay, so the git, okay, now if you can give git branch, okay, as you can see here, sorry, okay, so now what you have to see is that, so the we can see, so like we can see that, because this is a git one only, we can just go to the branch, whichever the branch we wanted to see, we wanted to go. Okay, now let's go to the, so the branch 2 itself, which is kind of a latest branch. Okay, so if you can switch to it, how to switch it, git, okay, sorry, I think git branch is the correct command, but we need to go inside this one, right? So we need to go inside that particular repository. I'm inside the folder. Okay, I'm going to clone repository. Okay, now as you can see here, now is the main, no, this is the main branch, right? So whenever you're checked out, you will get the main branch only. Okay, this is called a main branch. Now what we can do is we can just check out. Okay, so git branch, we can just do like this. You can see it's going to be main branch. So it's the current branch. Yes, right. Okay, so now how to check out, how to go to, how to move to some next branches. Okay, how to go into the next branches. Okay, so now what we are doing is that, okay, so now git checkout, and then the branch name is going to be new branch -2. Okay, if you can do like this, checkout. Okay, so it's going to be checking out the new branch itself, as you can see here. Okay, so this kind of a .txt file, and then two files are there, including the readme files. Okay, all three files are checked out here. Okay, so now we can see here 1, 2, 3, all three files are available over this location. If you can see ls also, I can give ls, so all three files are there here, right? So can we, how to add a new file and how to push it to the repository. Okay, now git, so like let me add some files, so now I'm going to add touch. Okay, so file from terminal dot txt, file from terminal dot txt. Okay, so this is what the file I'm going to add it. Okay, now I'm going to add some new files in this particular repository, in this particular branch itself. Okay, so this branch, now I'm going to add this one. Okay, now if you can go git status, you can see this means that, so it will be telling that one file is being newly added. It can show you. Okay, so before that, okay, I'm going to delete this one file. I'm going to see that whether this changes are showing or not. Okay, how to delete this file, rm file from terminal. Okay, I'm going to delete this one. You can give git status, nothing will show. Okay, so everything is up to date. All right, now I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to create the same file, touch the file name. All right, okay, so now as you can see here, git status, it will show that what are the different files are there. It will show that. Okay, now what we can do is that, we are going to push it to the repository. Okay, as soon as we added here, it won't show here, right? So that file won't be showing here. Okay, so now if you can go and refresh it also, file won't be showing. Okay, now git add file from okay, sorry, my laptop stuck. Okay, file from terminal.txt. Okay, so it is taking some fraction of minutes or fraction of while because my laptop is getting stuck. Okay, now what I'm going to do is this, I'm going to give enter. Okay, so now it's going to be added. Okay, so now if you can give git status, now you can see that so one file has been added. Okay, I'm going to commit this file and push it. So how to commit this file? Git commit -m. Okay, adding new file to feature branch. Okay, yes. Now commit has been added. Okay, now you can see, go to the repositories. If you can see the comments for this one particular repository. Okay, so you'll be having the file from the feature branch. So only only 3 commits. So initially when create a readme file and new Terraform file and then new file. So these 3 things is there. Okay, so now whenever I'm committing and pushing the repository, git push. Okay, so the origin is going to be the same new branch number 2 only. Okay, so now it's pushing the files. Okay, now we can go here and you can see, if you can go for repos, you will be seeing the file from the terminal has been added over here. Okay, and also you can see the commits. Okay, so adding a new file from the feature branch. Okay, so this is what the commit has been added. Now you can see the repository, the file from the terminal has been added. Okay, so now this is how you'll be working with the branches. Okay, so you can also do like in how to merge the branch. So now you can go for the main branch. If you go for the main branch here, you won't be seeing any of these files because the main branch we can see here from here the diagram. So main branch we have derived from so this branch so this you must be knowing the branches, right? This branch has been derived from this branch. Okay, this branch has been derived from this branch. So whatever the files has been over here, that has been derived to here. Okay, so that's what called so switching between so the creating of switching between the branches to branches and also creating the new branch from the feature branch and from the main branch. You should be knowing the difference between how to create the branches from different branches. Okay, now how to delete the branch. Okay, now we are going to see all the things how to delete the branch. So I'm going to show you in the next video that how to merge this branch to the master. What is a pull request. We are going to create a pull request and we are going to add the users and everything we are going to see in the next class. But for today, for now, I'm going to see that how to how to create a branch and how to add the files and how to create the branch from the different feature branches, all these things. Okay, so now we go to the branches, and if you want to delete some branches, okay, so now I have a branch 2. Okay, so is the branch which I've taken, or I'm going to delete this branch. Okay, so if you want to delete this branch, you can also delete this branch like this. Okay, this branch will be completely deleted. Okay, so this is how you will be working with the branches on Azure DevOps. Okay, so that's it about this video, and I'm going to see you more about the pull request how to create a pull request, how to merge, and how to get approvals and all these things I can show you in the next video. Okay, so thank you so much for watching. See you again in the next video.